Hello guys, welcome to Code Art. Today I'll tell you about some data types in Python. So I'll start by telling you about some inbuilt data types in Python. The first and foremost data type we have is to store text. Like it is string data type. The string data type can store any value ranging from a blank space to a paragraph or even more. Like it can store any combination or sequence of characters. Okay, so the one thing we need to keep in mind while writing a string is it should be encoded or quoted in double quotes or single quote. Okay, but single quote is much more preferred in Python. So I'll just use single quotes or double quotes. Okay, then to store numeric data, we have integer, float, and complex data types. uh, we use int to store integer values, float to store double or decimal values, and complex to store complex numbers. For example, I have a number a plus bj, then a plus bj is a complex number. Okay, so to store this, we can use complex data type. But one thing we need to keep in mind while knowing about this complex data type is that the imaginary part of that complex number, like the part that is with the j part, should not necessarily be non-zero. Like it can also be a real number. Like for example, I use a 1 plus 0 j, then this will also be treated as a complex number. Okay, then we have list, tuple, range, and dictionary. We'll talk about these four in the later classes. Then we have binary data type and then boolean. Boolean data type is used to store true and false values. Now I'll tell you about each data type with certain examples. So for example, I go to market and bought a pen for rupees 10 and I bought an eraser for rupees 2.5. Okay, so now we know 10 is an integer value and 2.5 is a decimal number. Okay, so what should be the data type of this pen price? As 10 is an integer number, so pen price should be of integer data type, and as 2.5 is a decimal number, then eraser price should be of float type. So we know about this, but we can also know about this from a Python program. Okay, so we have an inbuilt function in Python called type, in which we can pass the variable which for which we want to know the data type as the argument, and we'll get the result, like what is the data type of that argument we passed. Okay, so in this type function, the result, that is the data type of the argument, is returned. So we need to hold that returned value in some place, or we can print it. Okay, so we use print statement here. If you don't get this return part, no need to worry, I'll tell this in detail in function classes. Okay, so I'll run this. So I should get here the output as int, and here the output as float. I'll run this alt shift F10 app1. Okay, I got the first output as int and then the second output as float. So till here everything is right. I hope everyone got this till this place. And so now we move to next, that is complex numbers. Okay, I have a variable called coordinates and it will store a value 3 plus 2j. Okay, so this is a complex number, everyone knows this. Even if you don't, no need to worry, just keep in mind that a plus bj is a complex number, where we like this 3 is a real part and this 2j is the imaginary part. Okay, so I'm going to print this coordinate and print the type of this coordinate. Okay, alt shift F10. I got the output as 3i plus 2j. That was the print coordinates, and then print type coordinates. I got the result as complex. Now keep in mind that some people have got the practice of writing the imaginary part by linking it to the character I instead of j. Mostly ISC students do that. So In Python we are not allowed to write I. We can only use J for the marking of imaginary part. Okay, otherwise you will get an error if you use I or something other than that. Okay, moving forward. Okay, I have a variable called channel and I'm storing a string called code art. Keep in mind this is a string as this is encoded in double quotes. I'm going to print the channel and print the type of channel. I'm going to run this again, Alt Shift F10. Okay, I got the output as code art and class as string. So I hope till this everyone is clear about all these. Okay, now we'll do some practice. So I have a variable called number and I'm storing the value 20 in it. But mark it, it is encoded in double quotes. So this may be quite confusing for beginners, but no need to worry. Whatever is enclosed in double quotes or single quotes is always treated as a string. So this will not be treated as an integer, but will be treated as a string. So I print this type of number, Alt Shift F10 again, and I got the output as class string for this. Okay, moving further. Okay, now I have another variable called number2, and now I am storing the value 20. Now this 20 is not encoded in double quotes. So what will be the type of number2? This will be int. Okay, I'll run this, Alt Shift F10, and I got the output as int. Then moving forward. Now I have a variable x and I'm storing 10.0 as a string over in it. Okay, so this will return the data type as string. Alt Shift F10, and I got class as string. Now, okay, I have a variable called price and I'm going to print it. Okay, so this will print 10. Everyone knows this. I hope everyone is clear about this. If you are not, just go through the video once again, you'll get it very clear. Okay, so this should print 10. Now tell me, comment it out in the comment section, what will be the output of this print price. Now I am using the same variable price to store the value 20. So what will be the value of price now? What will be the output? Just comment it out. I'm giving you 2 seconds. I hope everyone have commented it. So keep in mind, like we had the price value 10 earlier till this place, but in the next statement what we are doing it, we are overwriting the value of 10 to 20. So this value 10 will be removed and a value 20 will be put here. Okay, so what will be the print price output? The output will be 20. So first I'll get the output as 10, then I'll get the output as 20. I'll run this, Alt Shift F10. Okay, I got it 10, then 20. Now, what if I print price? But mark it out. The price variable is encoded in single quotes. So, even if this is a variable in this program only, but as we are writing it in double quotes or single quotes, so this will be treated as a string and price will be printed over here. Okay, I'll run this and I got the output as price. Now, moving towards the end of the session. Now I have a variable is boolean. I told you earlier that boolean variable is used to store, boolean data type is used to store true and false values. So okay, so I'm storing the value true in is boolean. I can also store it false in it, but mark it out. Only this combination of characters is allowed. Like T should be capital and RUE. Everything in true, only the first letter should be capital, and in false, only the first letter F should be capital. All others should be small. Even if you use all capital true, all small true, all capital false, all small false, or any other combination of cases, all, then you will get a the output as error, like your program will not execute and it will give a generator error. Now I'm going to print this is boolean. Alt shift F10. I got the output as true. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you. This is a byte data type. Okay, so I'm storing a hello string in this byte string variable. So to write a byte string, before the string you have to write b. Okay, so I'm going to print this over here with print statement, and then I'm going to print the data type of this byte variable. I'll run this alt shift F10. Okay. Uh, earlier I used the wrong variable name over here to print, so that was why it was not executing. So now I have renamed it to the variable name byte string. So now I'll print it. Okay, alt shift F10. Okay, I got the result as b hello class bytes and output print 10. Okay, so this was it for today. I hope you all got the understanding of data types in Python. Thank you and have a nice day, and please subscribe to my channel.